Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Speezi Making Comics. As you can see, this is the finished pencils of page 15 of Tanuki Blade, issue 3. As you can see, compared to the rough layout, this is it in final form. Now, I'm working on the next page. As you can see from this layout, it continues from her conflict that I was talking about in the previous video, where um, since she's a witch, um, she's dealing with um, a, a pitchfork mob against her now because this lady thinks she was trying to steal her baby. Um, because in this world, you know, witches and other magical beings obviously don't exist even in this fantasy world. So, but of course, going by the popular, I mean, not popular, common belief that witches are, of course, evil and stuff like that. But she's not evil. She's a good witch, and she's trying to explain that. But of course, these people don't want to listen. And since the comic deals with, um, racism and themes of prejudice, especially with the main character Unagi, since he's like a dragon, and believed to be non-existent only in storybooks and such. He deals with his own issues as well, especially Cerise the Witch. So she has to deal with this mob against her, and as you can see from this rough layout of the crowd um, ganging up on her on the side street, on the sidewalk. Um, so, as you can see here, started filling in, the roughs for final. Especially the cars, the vehicles. I was uh, imagining somewhere along 1920s, 1930s, 1940s, maybe 1950s kind of cars, like those kind of designs. It's very industrial era age, and one of the main reasons I'm kind of like I'm going for like such tough themes like prejudice and such is because in this world it's kind of like these characters that are seen as dark and stuff are, well, the very few of them are actually heroes like Cerise right now. She's kind of like this. I always like one main inspiration I song inspiration I like to listen to while I work on a comic is like David Bowie's "We Can Be Heroes," and the lyrics go, "We can be heroes even just for one day." I always love that song. So it's kind of like one of the things I listen songs I listen to while working on this comic. So yeah, so I mean I'm just filling this in, breaking this in now for final. Since kind of like since we got like these guys ganging up on her, because they think she's gonna steal a baby, but she wasn't really. I mean, excuse me, she wasn't really. She was just saying hi to the baby, as you can see here in the original. I mean, in the previous page. Yeah. So she's looking for Tanuki Blade. She gets distracted and she's looking at. She notices a bored baby and she's like playing peekaboo. And the mother becomes aware of the situation and of course she thinks witches steal babies, but that's not the case. And Cerise is trying to tell her, hey lady, I'm not trying to steal your kid. Like, what the heck, Like I'm just trying to walk here, kind of thing like that. So here we have breaking down Cerise is cornered, but even though she's very young, she packs a wallop, as you can see from the rough layout. She's like, you know, um, get your hands off me, Buster, or like, get your hands off me, Buster. I can't really obviously I can't sound like a girl, obviously, but there you go. That's my attempt. But yeah, when when she's pushed, she'll definitely, hit back. She'll counter punch really hard, and here she lights the guy up. But she notices, you know, the other guy is trying to attack her, and then when she turns around, she's like, oh, because becomes like a lynch mob, like the one you see from if any of you seen the original Frankenstein. At the end, when Frankenstein is uh, on the run and everybody's like, with the pitchforks and torches and you know ready to find Frankenstein, is like, Frankenstein's monster. It's kind of like great, you know. It had to be on a Tuesday kind of thing. So so basically, just basically roughing in for final, and kind of like have the view of this where the next guy is going to be. So again, I like to do things light first, and then once I get there, you know um, gestures and body gestures, and then I'll start you know darkening these lines. She's like, "Hey man, I'm just wanted to say hi to baby." But of course, she's able to hold her own, as you can see from the rough layouts. She holds her own quite well. It's just it's just rather unfortunate that she had to be pushed to take such extremes to defend herself. And it's kind of like all the misunderstandings. And if you read the earlier comics that I put online, that's the tragedy is like because of misconceptions, tragedy follows, and it's like, I mean, hit the camera. So yeah, so for now I'm gonna just lay out the rest of this and start filling it in. So in the next vid you'll see current progress, and most likely these panels are already done. But yeah, thanks for watching, and see you later.